afternoon, I'm Ben DeVoe, joined in the booth by Connor Gorey. Connor, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Ben. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. And even better because we have such a great matchup today. It's a highly anticipated matchup at that between two of the top 15 teams in the nation. The number 2, St. Anthony Friars, and the number 11, Delbarton Green Wave. Connor, the Friars in the last 6 years have had their way with the Green Wave. Delbarton has lost all 4 of those matchups. Their last win dates back to 2018. So, this team from Melville, they're pretty good. Delbarton has had a pretty great season so far as well. They're 3-1. They had a big win versus Caldwell, 13-4 on Saturday, and that was the 100th career win for Coach Kovacic. What do the Green Wave need to do to get to leave today with the win?
Yeah, Ben, as Coach Kovacic preaches patience, the Green Wave have to stay patient, be smart with their possessions, and take really good shots, and I think they can come out with the win.
Yeah, on the other hand, frigid temperatures and on the road. St. Anthony's, what do they need to do to get the win?
Yeah, being on the road is always difficult, especially in a cold day like it is today. But I think you got to really preach giving the ball to your stars. Gary Merrill and Ethan Bramoff, 2 of the best players in the country. Got to give them the ball and let them have their opportunities.
Talk about talent. Both these sides have it, but especially for St. Anthony's, 12 of their 42 players are not committed. Only 12. And of their seniors, most of them starting, only 2 aren't committed. So a very talented team at that for the Friars.
Yeah, Ben, they're ranked number 2 for a reason. Two really great squads, really talent, a lot of commitments. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, we'll be back with the first half of action. In net, Tanner Shimko for the Green Wave, and it's Dennis Brady getting the start for the Friars.
Yeah, and Dennis Brady, one of the committed recruits for St. Anthony's.
We're underway here. Trzynski wins the faceoff, battling, and it's St. Anthony's who comes out with it. Dashing through, shot, goal! And a loud start for the Friars to open this one up.
Number 77, great shot. Jake Johnson.
St. Anthony's goal scored by number 77, Jacob Johnson.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
that was quick, Ben.
Yeah, battle near the face-off, and it's just St. Anthony's coming out with it. Delbarton caught off a little off guard, and St. Anthony's capitalizes.
And Ben, they don't feel like they're feeling the away field feel at all.
Trzynski battling, comes out with it, and he'll go the other way. Gets it back. Here's Johnson, had to jump to make that catch. He'll cradle up. Backs off, sends it behind to Hauser. And here's Rowan Weber. Kevin Rowan Weber had a great last game, had a hat trick. In the game before that, he had 3 assists and 2 goals. So hoping to add on to that great start to the year.
Yeah, Ben, like I said, for St. Anthony's, getting the ball to their best player, but it's also the same thing for the Green Wave. Give the ball to Gavin Romeweather.
Here's Brandon Fodor. Making a move, driving in, spin move. Now moving to his right, passes it over. Here's Folk, sends it to Ron Weber. And now it is Schobel behind the net. Schobel a spin. Little tucked pass to Hauser, who sent it to Ron Weber. Little give and go here. Here's Hauser again. Up top to Fodor. Nice move. Passes it back. Schobel rips one. Deflected in front. Battle for it right in front of the net. And the shot from the Green Wave a little too high, and it will be St. Anthony's ball.
But great possession there. Fodor looks like he could beat his man already. The sophomore looking shifty out there.
Here's Merrill. Merrill, one of the Friars' best players.
Yeah, Ben, one of the top guys in the country, I believe committed to North Carolina.
Yeah, a lot of guys on this team. I think 4 committed to the Tar Heels. Pass in front of the net, shot and scores. Danny Rooney. The second goal of the game for the Friars. They lead 2-0.
And Ben, the Friars getting active early, but it doesn't seem like they're dominating this game. Just they're scoring goals on their possessions.
Yeah, it's been quick possessions and he didn't even really shoot that one, just a little tap of the stick off the pass and right in front of the net, doorstep goal. Minardo bobbling it and contains, turning upfield.
One bright spot that's going to be, if the Green Wave can keep it up, is the faceoffs right now, Ben. Green Wave can keep that up, that could be big for them.
Ron Weber. Here's Hauser. Little spin, pass to Folk. Ron Weber taking his time, finds Schobel, sends it over to the senior Testa. Ron Weber retreating, passing to his left, finding Fodor. Testa, shot saved off the cleat. Recovering is the Green Wave. Fodor. It was a little pick and roll there, but a good save for sure by Brady.
And Ben, we see it again. Fodor, great dodge there, setting up the offense. Gave up a great pass to Schobel. Good shot, just better goalie.
Fodor inside shot, bounces a little too high. Delbarton ball.
Ben, I'm going to keep saying it. Fodor keeps getting past the defense. That's going to be huge for the Green Wave.
Folk, another screen by Testa there. A little jammed up, but Testa gets it back behind the net. Testa rolling shot, just wide. Folk is there, so it will be Delbarton ball. Yeah, maintaining possession is going to be a big part of this game as well.
Yeah, Ben, and the Green Wave have done a great job so far, capitalizing on their shots and following them. They just got to get it in the net now.
Testa. Passing up top. Fodor has it. Trying to go to work. Good defense. Passes it Testa. He gets it to Ron Weber. Here's Fodor. In the bottom of your screen now rolling up to the middle. Rolling inside. Shot just high. Delbarton keeps possession. Hauser closest there.
Yeah, Ben. They're now trying to put their double team on Fodor, and he's getting around it still. He's going to be the spark of the Delbarton's offense so far. He's probably set up his teammates.
Here he is behind the net. Trying to get to work. Loses it. 2 guys on him. And he somehow comes out with it. Schobel over to Ron Weber. He rips one. I think deflected out in front, and it's going to be gathered by Brady. And the Friars get possession. A long possession for the Green Wave. Nothing to show for it.
Yeah, Ben, and just connecting on net is going to be big for the Green Wave. You got so many opportunities in this game against a team like that. You got to get it in the net.
Schwartz sends it up top. Now rolling around. Dotro there on defense. Roller. Still rolling after that pass. And it's going to be the Friars who come out with it. Here's Kelton.
And Ben, the Delbarton defense seems a little out of sorts right now. They don't seem like they're in position. They seem like they're running around like chickens with their head cut off. But there's got to stay in formation and be on top of it.
Here's Harrigan. Driving up in front of that, sends it up top. Pass was a little too low, but it's gathered by Schwartz. Now we're back to Rooney, who has one of the goals for the Friars today.
Yeah, Ben, and this has not been like the St. Anthony possessions we've seen before. This is slow. It's methodical. This could be good for the Green Wave.
A roller, fight for it, and it will be the Green Wave coming up with it. That's Will Trafford.
Yeah, they stayed in position. Good defense there. Exactly what you want. Great defensive possession for the Green Wave.
Here's Pedicano, who sends it to Ron Weber. Delbarton staying patient here. Some changes. Now it's Sheridan. Baldwin comes into the game, and he'll get the pass from Sheridan. Sheridan, little move, fading to his left, passing behind the net. That's Hauser, who gets it to Sheridan. Ron Weber, getting around his man, passes it. Baldwin, inside, shot from Sheridan, deflected in front. Hauser gets to it. Now it's Baldwin. Ron Weber to Olsen. Olsen leaning left, firing right. Folks, the closest one, Delbarton keeps possession.
Yeah, Ben, and Dennis Brady, the Lynn College commit, he's been really great in goal so far. 3 saves, 3 really tough saves, too. I remember he had one with his toe. He's just been a force to be reckoned with in the goal.
Folk, little tangled up to the right of the net, gets it back out the Green Wave. Now towards the perimeter. Ron Weber sticks through it. Now he loses it. Baldwin right there to recover. Hauser behind the net. Pass in front to Olsen. Incomplete. And now it will be St. Anthony's ball. They stay strong in front of the net. Pressure there from Hauser. And the Friars keeping possession, getting out of their own end now. Here's Durham. Rooney has a goal. Here's Johnston. Runs all the way behind the net. Now sends it over to Rooney. Rooney back to Johnston. Johnston, a shot. Goal!
Yeah, Ben. Another quick bang-bang possession. Green Wave can't keep up with the fast offense of St. Anthony's. 3-0 game.
Yeah, Jake Johnston, the junior, getting his second of the game. And there's the assist from Rooney.
Yeah, and they've been the stat goers for today's game so far. It hasn't been their two best players, Merrill and Bramoff, but the two other players obviously showing why St. Anthony's is such a deep and strong team.
3:44 to go, 3-0. The Friars lead here. Faceoff bounces up in the air. Who has it? St. Anthony's does, but it's a fight, a lot of pushing and shoving. And St. Anthony's comes out with it. An odd man rush here for the Friars. Here's a shot saved by Shimko. That was Merrill.
Yeah, and that's a good momentum boost for Delbarton. Good save, first save of the game for Shimko against the Friars' best player. That could really get the defense going.
Johnson. There's a shot attempt from Mahoney, gets knocked away, and St. Anthony's pulls out with it. Here's Johnston, who sends it back. He gets it back. Here's Richard, now in front of the net, and there's another goal! Dylan Harrigan makes it 4-0. St. Anthony's leads.
Yeah, Ben. I'm going to keep saying it. Another quick possession. Kovacek calls a timeout. Green Wave definitely need to talk.
Yeah, we'll take a timeout as well. We're back here from the Green Wave timeout. And Connor, something that the Green Wave did very well last week was maintaining possession against the Chiefs. Today they're doing it, but really have not been able to find the net. What needs to change?
Yeah, Ben, I think a high percentage looks and kind of speeding it up a little bit. They're going slow, and it's good. It's being patient, but they're almost too patient. A little sluggish on their shots, not taking enough good looks, just like one step behind. To gain that step, I think their shots go in the net.
Thank you. Trzynski comes out with it. Passes it. Intercepted. The Friars going the other way. Here's Johnston.
Great play by the John Hopkins commit.
He sends it over to Merrill. Gary Merrill. Now Rudy. Rudy gets it back. Driving in, gets pushed out. And the Friars regroup. Here's Merrill. Trying to go to work on Pedicano. Nice screen. Pedicano recovers. Here's Rudy. Alex Rudy driving in, shot. 2-4. Who are they going to give it to? St. Anthony's is the answer.
Yeah, Ben. The attackman at the bottom of the crease, he was in a perfect position. Well, top of the crease, actually. Yeah, the top of the crease is in a perfect position to get that ball.
We got a whistle. Delbarton gets possession. Shimko gives it to Popham.
Seemed to be an interference call.
Bo Popham sends it to Brandon Fodor. Speeding upfield, getting through defenders. Tries to make a spin, now loses it. Who's going to get it? And it's the Friars. Maybe doing a little too much there.
Great defense, though, by Parker McDonald, the North Carolina commit.
Oh, great save by Shimko right in front of the net. He'll launch deep for
Fast
Ron
break.
Weber. He's got it. Ron Weber staying patient, sending behind the net. Here's Hauser. Now Folk. Sun's coming out here. Here's Schobel. Fodor. Schobel cradling and passing to Ron Weber. He sends it right back, and now Fodor has it. Here's Asher Testa. Fodor getting around his man. Spin move off of that. Guarded by 2. Now gets away. Rips one goal! The Green Wave get on the board with 18.3 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Ben, you just know Fodor had one in him. Great dodges throughout the beginning of the first quarter, and at the end of the first quarter, beautiful shot, low to high, and that's a goal for the Green Wave. Exactly what they needed, spark plug.
Scoring in back-to-back games now is Brandon Fodor. That's his 5th goal on the year.
Yeah, Ben, 18 seconds here. Green Wave have been pretty good on the faceoffs. Let's see if they can get another opportunity here. Would be big.
Yeah, so now the deficit cut to 3. Face off. Whistle. Delbarton ball. Johnson has it.
16 to go. They got to go.
Speeding up. Yeah, can't use patience too much here. Under 10 to go. Ron Weber nearing the net. Behind the net. Firing off the net. 2 seconds. 1 second with 1.4 to go. The Green Wave have it. They'll need some type of miracle to end the quarter with a goal. Right in front of the net, and it's taken in by Brady, and that's how this quarter will end. 4-1, the Friars lead. We're back in Connor. I would ask you, what should the Green Wave, what do they need to do better? But I think a better question would be, what do the Friars need to maintain going into the second quarter?
Yeah, Ben, I think a big thing the Green Wave are capitalizing on is face-off wins. If the Friars can get some face-off wins, they can really maintain this game and slow down the pace. Green Wave can't score if they don't have the ball.
Good point. It's Minardo and Riley at midfield. And Minardo wins the faceoff. He'll go the other way. Fast break. We saw this last week. Minardo shot. Saved. A great one at that by Brady.
Nice move.
Yeah, that's Bramoff.
One of their best. Beautiful move right there. But like we said, Ben, face-offs been big for the Green Wave. Big opportunity there. Just got to connect on goal.
Yeah, here's Inzerillo. Stays with it. We're going to get a whistle now. I think we're going to have a, what is that, timeout?
Timeout, Friars.
Oh, yeah, what's upside? We're back from the Friars timeout, and they have the ball. St. Anthony's Johnston has it.
Yeah, Ben, and the Green Wave were in a good spot on defense there. Friars needing to burn a timeout. That could be big for the Green Wave. Friars need a different timeout. Hopefully the Green Wave will capitalize and make the Friars take another one.
Here's Merrill going to work on Pedicano. Good defense. Pass bounced up right in the middle. Danger zone for the Green Wave. Who has it? Still on the ground. Whistle. Push. St. Anthony's ball.
I don't like that call, Ben, but
Loose ball push in the crease on Delbarton. Friars ball.
Here's Johnston. Guarded by Trafford. There it is. Pedicano getting that one loose. And Dotro has it now. Sends it behind the net to Core, who sends it to Shimko. Green Wave all over the place here. Popham collects. Passes midfield. And the pass a little bit too off for Folk, but recovering. We'll have a timeout here by the Green Wave. We'll stay with you now. And Connor, what do you think is going to go on during this timeout? Any words that you would say if you were the Green Wave coach?
yeah, I'd say keep on the pressure. I mean, that first face-off fast break, that was great. Obviously unlucky with the double pipe, but Green Wave really can keep it going.
Green Wave seemed pretty hyped coming out of that one. It was a quick timeout. Some crazy weather today. We're in the spring. Got really cold today. A lot of wind and now some pollen flying around.
Yeah, Ben. It's really windy out there. Not too much effect on the players maybe, but definitely on the bench. It's going to be cold.
We're back. It's Delbarton ball. 30-second penalty on the Friars.
Yeah, and Green Wave really need to capitalize here, Ben. It's man up. They really need to score.
Pass a little too high. Recovering is Ron Weber. Immediate pressure, which is avoided. Ron Weber collects and passes. Fodor gives it to Schobel. 3, 2, and 1. That'll end the man advantage.
Yeah, Ben, that errant pass really stopped the advantage before it even started, but Green Wave can still score here. Let's see.
Ron Weber. Inside, shot a little bit too far off. Recovering is Hauser. We'll have a whistle. We'll have a violation. It'll be Friars' ball.
Yeah, Ben, good opportunity there. Just, got stepped in the crease. Friars ball.
Here's Merrill. Gives it to Rudy. Rudy passing back to Merrill, and now it's Johnson. Johnson has 2 goals today. Inside, a nice pass, and an even better shot.
Yeah, Ben, great play by the goal scorer. I don't know what number that was, but took a really nice cut right in front of the goal and just bounced it right in.
Charlie Kakaibald gets the goal. And it's 5-1 Friars.
Anthony's goal scored by number 12, Charles Cacciapato.
Fight for it. Minardo wins it. Something positive for the Green Wave is the face-offs. That pass is intercepted. Going the other way is McDonald. Pass is deflected. Minardo gets it back. A lot of miscommunication. The Green Wave really need to slow it down, but here they might not want to. Pedicano on the fast rush. Here's Hauser. Behind the net is Bolger. Here's Sheridan.
Yeah, Ben, and I think the Green Wave going with a fresh attack look. Bolger, Sheridan in the game. I think this could really be good for the Green Wave. Fresh legs. See if we can get any good opportunities here.
Ron Weber. Looking for a pass option, can't find it. Now it's Baldwin. Sheridan. Driving in. Shot. I don't know if that was a pass, maybe. And that ground ball is taken in by Dennis Brady, the goaltender for St. Anthony's. Now going the other way is Richard. Cradling, passing. That's going to be Harrigan.
Yeah, Ben, in that last Delbarton possession, really thought they could have something there. Just kind of passed it 1 second too late. Or if it was a shot, just getting the ball back. Really need to get that there, not lose possession.
Atkinson was driving in, now backs off. He's had the ball for quite some time. Delbarton now pressuring him. Cacciobado. Gets it over. And there's another goal for the Friars.
And Ben, this could start getting ugly. Really nice attack again. They seem to be quick and methodical. When they want to score, they go quick. And the Friars are now up 6-1, 5-goal lead. And the Green Wave have been dominating the faceoffs, Ben. It's just that the Friars' defense has been so strong, and then on offense, their offense has been strong as well.
Cacciobado getting it to Renine, who gets the goal. 6-1. St. Anthony's leads Delbarton. Face-off strategy, not going to work for the Green Wave. Actually, it works against them for St. Anthony's. Little blackout, but Johnston comes in there, gathers it, and now the Friars have the ball once again. So possession really changing now. St. Anthony's really maintained it in this second quarter. Here's Merrill. Guarded by Cusimano. It's Harrington behind the net.
Yeah, Ben, and Merrill has been pretty quiet this game, but the other players not really picking up on his slack. It's not that he hasn't been playing well. It's just other players got their opportunities, and they've taken advantage of them.
Rooney passes up. An arid pass. That'll cross midway. Bolger gets it. Delbarton takes advantage of an error by St. Anthony's. Here's Bolger. He runs behind the net, passes it to Hauser.
Two people behind the crease. They might run a pick play. Instead, they switch, pass it around.
Schobel gets it to Romweber. A lot of time left in this game. 5-goal deficit, but really just got to take it 1 goal at a time if you're the Green Wave.
Yeah, Ben, like we said last time with the Caldwell game, it's just 1 goal at a time for the team that's in behind.
Here's Schobel. Gets it to Fodor. Fodor, the lone goal scorer for the Delbarton Green Wave today. He drives in, shoots, and he gets his second.
Yeah, Ben, and he has really been the bright spot of the Delbarton offense. He has dodged all around the Friars defense and just keep giving him the ball. Opens up opportunities for his teammates as well. So Fodor really been great today.
Number 28 getting his 6th goal on the year. So now Delbarton cuts the deficit to 4. Face-off, Trzynski's in for Minardo. I think that's Correas in for the Friars. And it will be Trzynski getting the win. Good patience there, getting around. And Delbarton has possession. Trzynski gets it to Johnson. Timeout, Green Wave. .438 left to go in this frame. Delbarton trails 4, has possession. Coming out of a timeout, Connor, what do you want to see?
Yeah, Ben, just exactly like we saw their last goal. Just give the ball to Fodor. He can open up his teammates if they double team him, but he has really been the one to get around the Friars defense so far. Give the ball to the guy who's hot.
Sheridan. Fodor is not on at the moment. Here's Olsen. Gets it to Sheridan. Sheridan makes a move. Spins now. Gives it to Bolden. Romweber has it. Now it's Hauser. Hauser a spin. And now Sheridan up with Romweber and Olsen. Olsen driving in. Shot off the net. Bolger behind. Delbarton ball.
Good dodge there by Olsen. Good shot. You just got to keep doing that.
Bolger passes it to Ron Weber, who sends it over to Sheridan. Sheridan a spin, but Richard was ready for it. Sheridan loses it now. Richard recovers, and St. Anthony's good defense pays off.
Great defense there.
Richard's still going. Baldwin makes an attempt.
Great
Nice save by Shimko. Pone's stick was knocked off. It'll be St. Anthony's balls. Merrill.
Yeah, Ben, and that was costly there for the Green Wave not to get that ball. But good save there.
So now the Green Wave go on the rush. Here's Danny Dotro, who loses it. Trying to recover, but too many white jerseys and they'll come up with it. And it's just been the little things for the Green Wave today. Not completing on passes, being too sloppy. There's a shot. Another nice save by Shimko.
Yeah, Ben, I agree with the sloppiness, though. Good save by Shimko. But then you got to wonder, why isn't the guy who's been your whole offense not on the field?
Yeah, it's true. Here's Pallone. Ron Weber. Bolger sends it. Here's Hauser.
Yeah, flag is down. Penalty on the defensive side. I didn't catch it, Ben, did you?
No, I did not.
Seems to be on number 77, Anthony Pallone. Now I'm getting word it's on St. Anthony.
Yeah, it's going to be on St. Anthony's here. Fodor shot too high, but yeah, I think that's why we got a lot of commotion from the crowd. And I think we'll get word now what the penalty is. Two-minute unreleasable.
And that's big for the Green Wave here.
It's on McDonald. Parker McDonald goes to the box. Yeah, so this is an opportunity for the Green Wave, and they will have the penalty. They'll have the man advantage coming out of the break, but yeah, unreleasable penalty. They got to go to work here.
And not only with the penalty, Ben, but Parker McDonald is one of their best defenders. Green Wave really could capitalize here. Let's see what happens.
Fodor, as you say, their most productive player today is on. Ron Weber sent it to Bolger. Back to Ron Weber. Now it is Schobel. Back to Fodor now. Schobel to Ron Weber. Thought about shooting it. Now gets it back. Fodor. Tessa. Also thought about shooting. And there's a nasty goal.
Beautiful shot
Hauser.
there, Ben. Hauser. And that's what happens when one of the Friars' best defensive players is not there. And a beautiful shot by Hauser, taking a chance.
I mean, that was beautiful. Near side corner, almost at a 180-degree angle with the goal, and scores. 3-goal game. Delbarton still on the man advantage.
And Ben, I guess the penalty was not unreleasable because number 1 McDonald is back on the field after that goal.
It was a 2-minute penalty. That's interesting. Here's Johnston. There's a whistle, a timeout, and we'll take a break. So now getting word that it was only a 1-minute penalty. That's why it was releasable. 3-goal game, St. Anthony's ball.
Bad performance by the scorekeeper, Coach Brian Stoll.
We all make mistakes, don't we, Connor?
Yes, we do, Ben.
Merrill. Now it's deflected by Core.
Oh, errant pass.
And it's going to be Hauser who was there. Delbarton ball, 19.9 to go. Gotta go quick. Here's Hauser. Just scored it under a minute ago. Cutting towards the net. Shot goal!
scores!
There's another one. 2 goals in a minute. 6-4 is the game.
And Ben, that's not the first time the St. Anthony's have missed the pass and the ball has gone over the middle. And Hauser capitalizes again. He's hot now. But Fodor and Hauser, man oh man.
This is the momentum that you need going into halftime if you're the Green Wave. 2-goal game, 13.8 to go. You know, more can still happen here for either side at the face-off.
Yes, sir. And Ben, the Friars really need to cut out their errant passes that go all the way back to the Green Wave offense. The Green Wave can capitalize on that, and it's really costly turnovers.
Right, yeah. It's almost like, you know, you got to stay composed. You can't mess up if you're the Friars there. Just let it go. And there's another one. Oh, and they're going to give a whistle. 12.9 to go. Minardo gets off here. Dashing on is Trafford. Cutting towards the net. Shot, goal. 5.8 to go.
And Ben,
It's
that
Gary
is
Merrill there on the goal.
not what you want if you're the Green Wave. ACC battle there, Merrill versus Petacano. 1-0 Merrill.
You know, I was saying anything can happen. That's unfortunate for the Green Wave. The crowd goes silent here in Morristown.
Yeah, but Ben, they were down by 5 at one point this quarter, and they're only down by 3, so they're chipping away.
More can still happen, Connor. 5.8 to go. Trzynski gets it. 3 seconds, and it looks like that'll be it. 7-4 is the score through one half. St. Anthony's leads. We'll be back. Good afternoon. We're back for the halftime report. I'm Ben Vo with Connor Gorey. 7-4 St. Anthony's leads Delbarton. And through one, Connor, what was really the main factor that has led us to the score we have now?
Ben, I feel like St. Anthony's getting quick offense, going bang, bang, finding their open guy and getting nice shots off, and obviously connecting on goal. For example, that last 13 seconds, Ben, that quick goal, that was really a momentum killer for the Green Wave, who scored back-to-back goals that really killed the momentum. Great goal by Gary Merrill.
Yeah, for sure. And now looking forward, what do you need to see out of both sides for either the Green Wave or St. Anthony's to do better in the second half?
For the Green Wave, I think finding good shots and finding good offense. Obviously, Hauser came alive in the end of the second quarter, but really giving the ball back to Fodor, finding some good dodges and getting some good give and goes really will be big for them. And for the Friars, I feel like no costly turnover passes. That's been big for them. The Green Wave have really capitalized off their turnover passes going over the middle of the field. And good passing, slowed the game down. I think the Friars can come out of here with a win. Green Wave, good shots, good offense, close the gap. The Green Wave can come out with a win.
For sure, and Brandon Fodor and Chase Hauser are the only goal scorers for the Green Wave so far, unlike the Friars, who have had Cacciobado, Merrill, Rooney, Ronane, Johnson, who scored 2, and Harrigan, who also has 1. So they're more diverse with their goal scoring. You think Delbarton needs to go along the saying with share the love a little bit more?
Yeah, Ben, I feel like if it's how the game goes, Delbarton's been more of a slow-down team, right? So you get the ball to your best player can make a play, while St. Anthony's has really scored on fast breaks and going quickly, right? So it's whoever the guy's in the right position getting open. It's going to be a different guy every time, right? Because, like, for example, Merrill, he might have the ball one time, or another player might have the ball at a different time. So it's really about the Green Wave finding a way for them to score more than sharing the love.
Sounds good. Thanks, Connor.
Thank you, Ben.
We'll be back with the second half of action. We're back. Second half of action. 7-4 is the score right now.
Fast break.
Here we go. Trzynski somehow passes it out. Pedicano bobbles it. And now it's the Friars taking possession. A similar look to how the first half started.
Yeah, Ben. And again, the face-offs. Green Wave really been doing great on the face-off. It's more about capitalizing on offense. They had a fast break there, obviously. Trzynski found off foot, but you got to catch that pass and keep that drive going.
Especially with the amount of turnovers that the Green Wave have, they need to keep possession at this point in the game. Here's Johnston. Working around is Harrigan. Now driving in is Merrill. Sends it behind the net. Johnston has it again. Harrigan, the goal scorers exchanging. Here's Ruddy. Cutting towards the net now, passing behind. Here's a jumping shot off the mark. Closest was Rudy, so St. Anthony's keeps possession here to start the half.
Yeah, Ben, St. Anthony's speed has been too much for the Green Wave so far. You can see them, they fake the dodge and they draw the double team, leaves a guy open. It's bang, bang offense.
Rooney has it. He also has a goal today. He'll pass it to Harrigan. Now Johnson has it. He'll pass over to Gary Merrill. The UNC commit driving in. Spin move. Front of the net. There's a shot off the mark.
Again, though, St. Anthony's gets the ball back. Close to scoring right there. And Green Wave don't capitalize. Get that ball back.
Yeah, within that 10-yard radius in front of the net, I like to call that the danger zone for whoever's on defense. But, yeah, he was in there. Just couldn't finish. Here's Merrill. Now it's Ruddy driving in, saved.
Good shave by Shimko. Oh, but the ball's out.
Trying to get it there is Rand. Whistle, and it remains St. Anthony's ball.
Uh-oh. I don't like that call. But good save by Shimko. He's been doing great in net so far in the second half. But Green Wave really, St. Anthony's, like we said, they've been holding on to the ball. Slowing down another errant pass.
And it will stay in Delbarton's defensive end as Johnston working on Johnson now.
But Ben, another near mistake by the Friars. They just can't have those passes
Good
happen.
defense by Popham. Shot wide. Now in front of the net in the danger zone. Core trying to get out of there. He does. Passes to Shimko. Little bouncer. Shimko passes it. Here's Popham.
And great play by the Terriers commit to get that ball out.
Behind him is Harrigan. He'll pass it to Fodor. Brandon Fodor, 2 goals today.
And he blows
Dashing.
right by the UNC commit.
Looking for his third shot save.
Good shot.
Whistle, and it is.
Crease violation.
So there's going to be a flag now. As it looks, I think maybe Hauser had said something of that matter. Didn't look because it was after the play. Yep, Hauser and the referee going over the sideline. "30-second penalty and man advantage for the Friars."
30-second penalty on the Green Wave.
Here's a shot in front of the net,
Great
and nice shave by Shimko. Here's a pass up, Paticano, odd man
Good
rush.
commit.
Paticano pass. Here's Trafford, front of the net,
Goal.
Folk scores. 7-5, 2-goal game.
And look at that, Ben. They were man down there. Great transition from Paticano. And like we said, transition offense. Great shot by Folk there. Great passing. Just great all around by the Green Wave.
Folk, 7-goal on the year. Moves ahead from tied for second, now is second behind Gavin Romeweber. He moves in front of Brandon Fodor.
And Ben, let's just take a second to talk about the goalie play by Tanner Shimko this half. He's been lights out.
Yeah, no, for sure. He's been dialed in. That's really going to be what Delbarton needs if they want to get back into this one. Trzynski, and it's a face-off win for the Green Wave. Here's Johnson. Romweber. Hauser was released in front of the net. Johnson scores! 1-goal game here in Morristown, New Jersey.
Great play like there's St. Anthony's defense was sleeping there. Johnson right in front of the goal, and great play, and all goes back to the faceoffs, Ben. Green Wave's been dominating the faceoffs. They get possession, they score the goal.
Yeah, it was really well put together. Win the faceoff, get possession, scores the goal, and that was just beautiful by the Green Wave. 1 goal game separating the two sides. With, I think, about 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, it was a 5-goal game. Now,
It's
maybe 9.
6-7.
What? Oh, yeah, it is.
7-6 game.
Face off,
And
win
another
by
face-off
Trzynski.
win.
He's got 3 white jerseys around him. Somehow gets out of it. Oh, now he loses it. Gets bodied, sandwiched. Ron Weber's there. He's going to be feeling that one tonight. Ron Weber, shot goal! And I think that one caught Brady by surprise. I think it got hit off the back. And it's going to be a tie game.
And there's a flag on number 1. Again, Parker McDonald, another flag on him. That's the second one of the game. 1 minute penalty, I believe. And the goal by Ron Weber. We're tied 7-7.
I mean, that was just unbelievable. I mean, I think Brady really thought that that ball was going to just stay dead because, I don't know, somebody came behind Ron Weber, hit the ball out, and but just not enough. I think Ron Weber was too much into his progression in his shot. Goes, and it just, maybe just a soft one going in there. 7-7 here.
And I think it took a funky bounce, Ben. But these face-offs for the Green Wave really been great.
And there's
And they
another
win
one.
another one.
Pedicano comes out with that. Minardo was the one forcing it, and now Johnson heads upfield. Pass to Ron Weber.
And Ben, that penalty that we thought we had, I don't think it was actually confirmed because McDonald's on the field right now, but getting chippy over there.
Here's Fodor. Cradling and passing to Hauser. Both guys having 2 goals today. Ron Weber sends to Fodor. Folk behind the net. Clouds clearing, sun coming out here. 6:56 to go in the third quarter. Fodor, pass behind the net to Hauser.
And Ben, it really hasn't had to been Fodor and Hauser this half so far. All the goals coming from different players, and all of them making great plays.
Yeah, Johnson, Ron Weber, and Folk. And it's gonna be St. Anthony's ball now. Rodriguez. Oh, sorry, here's Johnston. Sends it over for Rooney. Now cradling is Cachobardo. Merrill waiting for his guy to come on, and he is. Now it's Alex Ruddy. Getting past Schobel, passing behind the net. Back up top to Johnston. Here's a shot in front of the net. Johnston completes the hat trick with 5:46 to go, and he also gives St. Anthony's the lead.
Yeah, Ben, I agree. Great play there by Johnston. Hat trick always feels good to get the third one. But the Friars there, their offense, they didn't get the ball because of all the face-off wins by the Green Wave. But now they get the ball back, and there would not be denied their 8-7 game.
Minardo comes out with the face-off win for the Green Wave now. Guys chasing behind him, stays in, shot way too high. That one nearly leaves the track field.
And Ben, I think the field goal is good.
Hauser sends it to Sheridan. Now it's Baldwin.
But like we said again, another face-off win for the Green Wave. It just keeps going, keep getting possession, keep the ball out of the Friars' hands. It's really been working well for the Green Wave.
Baldwin Loses it. Turnover. St. Anthony's going the other way. A beautiful pass in stride, but can't hang on. Now it's in front of the net. Coming out of it is Cachobardo. And now it is St. Anthony staying composed here, collecting themselves. I think I need to do that too. A lot of action going on here. Here's Merrill. Pass over to Ruddy, who sends it to Johnston. Johnston just 2 minutes ago completed the hat trick. Now goes towards the net. Wanted to get a dynamic pass, decides to hang on to it. Now passes it over to Merrill. Guarded by Pedicano, gets past him. Shot way too high. St. Anthony's ball. Pedicano recovered there on defense, forced that arid shot.
Yeah, great stick skills. Like I said earlier, that ACC match we got to watch out for. Duke commit and North Carolina commit. Two great players, both 5 stars.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a big game when they play each other. They'll probably remember when they played this game, but also Duke and North Carolina, one of the biggest rivalries in college sports. Here's Merrill driving in. Saved by Shimko.
And Pedicano just messing up his stick at the bottom a little bit again. Merrill got speed. He beat him again, but Pedicano's stick skill is great there.
Mahoney passes. Here's Romweber. Passes behind the net. Hauser can't get it. Now has to recover. St. Anthony's ball.
And Ben, you just can't make those mistakes. It's okay, though. Green Wave defense has been playing strong, but costly mistake there by Hauser.
Here's Richard. Guarded by Mahoney. Now sends it over, and now at the top, it is Schwartz. Kelton. Schwartz. Guarded by Trafford. Sends it over. And now it's Rooney behind the net. Now up top is Kelton trying to get past Mahoney. Retreats, passes.
Strong defense there, Ben.
Yep. Kelton sends behind. Rooney passes a bouncer. Recovered by Ronai. Now it's Rooney in front of the net. And it's Will Trafford getting Delbarton the ball out of their danger zone. Here's Shimko. Shimko, far out of his net now. Running all the way up. He might go all the way. Shimko shot. Save. He needs to get back now. I don't know what's going on. Shot off the net.
And Ben, I have not seen that in
Oh
a
my God.
lacrosse game since primary school. Wow, that was crazy. But they kept letting Shimko go, so he went.
Yeah, I mean, was he just supposed to stop? I bet goalies like scoring, even though they're usually not the ones who do. I used to play goalie.
That would have been a goal. That Shimko would not forget, Ben, that's for sure.
Yeah. Here's Fodor. Loses it, trying to recover. A little ground pass to Folk. Now getting tangled up. Fodor gets it back. Now fighting off multiple defenders. Testa shoots. Deflected. Delbarton ball.
And all over the place, Ben. That was a crazy possession there. But Green Wave remains possession. This could be a big possession right here for the game. 1 minute left in the third quarter.
Hauser. Backing off, passing to Testa, who gets it over to Schobel. He'll send it back to Testa. Now Testa rolling right. Ron Weber going to his left. Now goes right. Fought off by McDonald. And now it's Fodor. Fodor almost had a crease closed off by the Friars. Testa rips one off the net. Folk was there. It'll be Green Wave ball.
And Green Wave have kept possession for the last, I'd say, 3 minutes of the third quarter. This has been a great possession right here. They just need to finish, and it will be the perfect possession.
20 seconds to go. Folk passes it up top. Fodor driving in. Gets through. Shot, goal! The Green Wave tie it up with 10 seconds to go in the third quarter.
There is the hat trick, Ben. Like we said, get the ball to your best player on the field right now. And Fodor, he does it again. That's 3 on the game.
I don't know how he did that. He had 3 guys to go through. Just gets through them. Shot up top left. Scores. Green Wave 8. Friars 8.
Wizardry, Ben. Pure wizardry.
So now he's back tied with Folk for the second most goals on the Green Wave. I don't think anybody cares right now, though. This is an intense game. We saw what happened at the end of the second
Petty's
half.
got it.
Now
6
it's
seconds.
Petticano. 5 seconds. He's aware of the clock. It's right there. Shot, goal! The Green Wave scored with 1 second to go! When Petticano takes the lead for the Green Wave.
And the Duke
9-8.
commit, he ripped it. What a shot. Oh, my God. And exactly what we saw earlier with Gary Merrill. Short time, he gets the goal. Green Wave lead for the first time in this game, Ben.
Oh, my gosh. This is an intense third quarter. That was unbelievable. I mean, that was a wicked shot.
And guess what, folks? We got another 15 minutes for you.
Face off with 1 second to go. Probably won't matter, and it won't. Maybe if you want to take stats, but otherwise, that's it. 9-8, the Green Wave lead after the third quarter. We'll be back with the final 12 minutes of action. The final 12 minutes of regulation. This matchup is building up to all of its hype. The number 11 and 2 seeds facing off. It's the fourth quarter. The Green Wave, the 11 seed, lead the St. Anthony Friars, the 2 seed, 9-8. It will be St. Anthony's ball to start the quarter.
And Ben, Green Wave have dominated the faceoffs all game. So this will be very interesting to see Friars get the ball first, down 1.
Connor, let me ask you something. With the Green Wave down 6-1 with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, did you realistically think we would be at this point?
You know, Ben, I'm always an optimistic person, so I did believe that this would be a close game. I don't believe that I thought it would be this quick. Wow, the Green Wave's offense has been firing.
Here's Rudy. Now it's Merrill. Johnson behind the net. The goal scorers are the names I'm calling right now who have the ball. Johnson rips one, scores, tie game 9-9. That's the 4th goal of the game for Johnston.
Yeah, Ben, he's been great all game. Good movement there, good low shot. Shimko almost got there. 9-9, Ben, we have a game on our hands.
4 ones left in regulation.
And Ben, if you're a fan of either team, you're probably shaking in your boots right now.
Literally shaking maybe because the cold and wind that's going on here in Morristown.
And a face-off win for Trzynski there.
He's flying down. He's got an open net in front. Shot. Oh, that bounced a little too early, a little too high, but Delbarton ball.
But Ben, the face-off wins, they have been big in this game.
Whoa, you see that? Trzynski just got bodied down there when they were coming off the field.
Did not see that, Ben, but Ben, the face-off wins have been great for Green Wave. I don't know the exact stats, but been very key for the Green Wave success on coming back in this game.
Here's Schobel. Olsen now. Or no, that's Tesla. Romweber. Passing across the field. Now it's Fodor. Fodor passes it. Schobel open net shot deflected in front. Right in the danger zone, and it is taken. Oh, we got a new goalie in for the Friars. It's still in Rappaport. Sorry, he started the 3rd quarter.
And Ben, I did not notice that either, but Dylan Rappaport in goal. 3rd quarter was when the Green Wave got most of their goals, so I don't know if this is a favorable matchup for the Green Wave.
You never know. Maybe it's just a halftime talk, or, yeah, maybe the goalie definitely something to think about now that we know. Johnston driving in. Pass behind.
Going back to the last possession of the Green Wave, Fodor's dangerous shots there really set up.
And we're going to get a flag. I don't know what they called that for. Possibly a trip. That looked just like he tripped by himself, but I don't know what the call is. They're discussing now in Delbarton's defensive end. We're back. We're getting the call now. Still waiting. And it's going to be Will Petticano with a 2-minute penalty.
And that's killer for the Green Wave.
Unreleasable if this one's actually 2 minutes. I know we had that error earlier.
I think this one might be actually 2 minutes, though, Ben. So Green Wave really need to adjust here and just stay strong.
Yeah, really just got to stay strong. I don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe don't be too aggressive, but otherwise you got to stay strong here on defense. Stay composed. This is an unreleasable penalty, so you're going to be on this for the next minute 40.
And Ben, staying in formation right now, the Green Wave defense is making St. Anthony's really work for this goal.
Yeah, getting the passing around here. Dropped pass. Now taken back. Here's a pass across, shot, goal! St. Anthony's retakes the lead. It's Sean Renai's 2nd goal of the game.
And great shot there, Ben. Like we said earlier, great passing. They were taking their time, and they really earned that goal there. Seems like Petticano's back on the field, so maybe the 2-minute penalty. Oh, he had 2 penalties, 1 minute and 1 minute is now what I'm getting. So that's why he's released. That's big for the Green Wave.
Still waiting for the scoreboard to get adjusted up there, but we know it's 10-9. St. Anthony's has the lead.
And Ben, this is a big face-off for the Green Wave.
Minardo's the guy for him, and he gets it. Dashing down, pass. Folk scores! What a response by the Green Wave!
And Ben, what did I say? Face-off, Minardo and Trzynski have been great all day. Great move by Minardo. And great goal.
Folks, second goal of the game. Hey, you see the pit. Haven't seen this yet for the Green Wave, but you look down and they're getting active here. 10-10. They're going to take Minardo out, put Trzynski in. 8:38 to go, 10-10.
And Trzynski again, another face-off win for the Green Wave.
I think the reason why they changed is that there was a long pull in this time. It's McDonald, the defender.
They're getting physical with Trzynski. Petacano with a little
Johnson
tap
recovers.
out, but good job by Johnson to be in the right place at the right time.
Exactly. Sorry, I got to decompress here. There's a lot of going on.
Yeah, Ben, this has been one of the most exciting games we've covered all season. Probably the most exciting game we've covered all season.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to our boss, Jared Lowy, and I was saying this could be one of the biggest games that I've called ever, and it's living up to that potential right now.
Which reminds me of the Blair match, Ben.
Yeah, you call that one?
Did not.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're on the wrestling team. My mistake. But yeah, no, your brother did call it, correct?
Yeah.
Fodor driving in.
Oh.
Shot just off the net. Delbarton keeps possession.
And
Folk
Ben,
behind the net.
Fodor, again, great dodge. Gets right past the guy, and he's right there. He's already had 3 beautiful shots.
Folk rolling in front of the net. Spin move, jumping shot off the mark. Delbarton ball.
And they'll give Green Wave that ball because it was a shot, but that was a questionable shot. Very off target, but Green Wave still remains with the possession.
Testa. Ron Weber's open. He'll pass it to him. Just over 7 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Fodor going right. Gets hit in the head, so he passes to Ron Weber. Testa passes over to Ron Weber. Getting free, getting hit, passing. Schobel rips one. That
And it's a
score?
goal!
Oh my goodness! I didn't know. It looked like he kind of looked like Rappaport saved that, but no, it's Schobel finding the net and a
Optical
Delbarton
illusion.
lead.
Ben, that did not look like it went in, but it did. That is huge for the Green Wave. They get the lead again, and going back to that slow, patient style that Coach Kovacek always preaches.
Yeah, so we're going to have a goalie change here. Leaving the game is Rappaport after a shaky second half, and back in is Dennis Brady. So Dennis Brady returns.
And another face-off win, as we were talking about Brady coming in the game.
Johnson
Fast break.
pushing it. Nice spin move by Ron Weber. Hauser passes it over. Here's Johnson. Ground ball and recovering is Durham.
And they give the ball to Green Wave. They called it tripping.
Oh,
ground ball
wow.
tripping.
Devastating call for the Friars.
But big one for the Green Wave there.
Sheridan limping a little bit as it looks. He'll pass it to Baldwin. I don't know. He looks fine now.
Yeah, but Ben, those Friar defenders, they've been aggressive with their sticks. So wouldn't be shocked if a couple Green Wave players are limping off the field after this great
Sheridan
game.
shot saved. And now containing it is Dennis Brady, who just came back into the game. Yeah, Brady had only let up one. They pulled him. Don't know if maybe equal skill. That's what the Friars do, but not the greatest game for Rappaport. Letting up, I think, somewhere, I think it was 7 goals. 7 goals in this half. Oh, Temp there to swat that one in.
And there's a crease call. Petacano has the ball. He passed it out.
Here's Popham. I think Harrigan was going for the goal that he scored earlier, a little tap-in, but it was unsuccessful. Going down the field is Trafford. He'll lose it. Now regains control. Folk here. Under 5 minutes to go. 11-10 the Green Wave lead.
Yeah, and if you're the Green Wave, it looks like the Green Wave coach are telling them, settle down.
I mean, yeah, they should. I mean,
A little bit sporadic.
Been playing hard this entire half. You have the lead, an unfamiliar sight for the Green Wave today, and yeah, you might just want to slow things down here. Here's Brandon Fodor. Nice move. Cutting inside. Shot. Oh, just off the mark. He was in the danger zone. Jumping is Hauser.
Shot by Fodor, back up.
Delbarton ball. Hauser. Dashing. On the other side of the net now. Shot. Oh, a beautiful save there by Dennis Brady.
Great save there. And going back to before Hauser got the ball there, Brandon Fodor, another great dodge and a great shot. Just a little bit off target. The Green Wave, they're looking for the little step on the neck for the Friars, and they're really getting close.
Now the Friars with an offensive opportunity to tie this game up. One of their best players, if not their best player, has the ball. It's Merrill. He'll send it behind the net to Rooney. He scored today. He'll pass it. Up top is Ruddy. Ruddy. Good defense by Dotro. Forcing him out. Now cutting in front of the net. A beautiful save by Shimko. Standing his ground.
And they called it a crease violation.
No matter what, crease violation or not, it's standing like a brick wall in net there.
And Shimko really has turned it on in the second half. I know we said it once before, but he has really looked great.
Schobel, the most recent goal scorer for the Green Wave, has it. Passes to Fodor. 3 minutes to go. Ron Weber. Pass deflected. Hauser gets it. Ron Weber gets it back again. Sent it up top. Here's Fodor. Sees Testa. Communicating. Finding Schobel now. Going to his right. Little pivot step. Going inside. Shot off the mark. Delbarton ball.
And great position by Hauser there. He's been there for the last couple shots to follow it. That's really big for Delbarton to keep possession.
Testa right in front of the net. Now backs off. And now back up top is Fodor, who sends it to Ron Weber. Sun the brightest it's been all day with 2:10 to go. What an exciting game we've had today, Connor. It's living up to all the hype. The 2 and the 11 seeds. Under 2 minutes to go. The 11 seed with an 11-10 lead here. Ron Weber has it. Drops it in front of the net.
There's a scurry.
A lot of white
Ball
jerseys.
still down.
Green jerseys now joining the fight.
And Ron
Who
Weber
has
has
it? Ron Weber had it.
Whoa!
And there's going to be a flag. There's going to be a flag. Who's it going to be on?
McDonald, Parker McDonald. He's been aggressive all game. Been great when he has been, but a little bit too aggressive there. Second foul of the game. And that might be a 2-minute. Oh, and another flag.
Another flag. I think maybe a little bit of aggression A little bit of upsetness coming out of his mouth there.
Yeah, the UNC committee's been great all game, but a little bit too aggressive there. Man up for
I
the
think
Green
he
Wave.
might have broke his stick. He's holding his the head of his stick in his left hand, the pole in his right. 1:39 to go. Both teams gathering. I think we got to stay right here, Connor. This is something. So we're waiting to get the penalty call. The ref nearing the box now. We'll see it up on the scoreboard in a moment.
And Ben, I sure ain't going anywhere. This is probably going to be the most exciting minute 39 of this game. What a great game.
You think this is exciting? Delbarton plays their biggest rival, Seton Hall, on Saturday.
And we'll be on that call too, Ben.
Yep. Oh, and they're going to have 2 minutes. So it's going to be Ethan Ariga. And it's also going to be Parker McDonald. McDonald's second penalty of the day. Oh, they're going to get rid of McDonald's penalty now.
No, rid of Ariga and add McDonald.
No, they got rid of McDonald. And now they're going to change it. Now it's 0-1. So, yeah, Parker McDonald with the second penalty.
And a 1:30.
Okay, so, yeah, they had to do
gave
some
him a minute
corrections
penalty
there.
and a 30-second penalty.
Oh, yeah, so this penalty will take us down in 9 seconds. So,
Yes, Ben, but since it is a minute and 30, it is releasable.
I don't know if the call was there.
I don't know.
I think Ron Weber just stepped a little earlier, maybe something like that. But now an opportunity off the error by Ron Weber. We're going to have a timeout here by the Friars. I think maybe just went a little
out
bit
of the
before.
box is what I've been told.
Okay.
Ben.
So, yeah, a minute 17 to go, Connor. Delbarton has the lead. I mean, a goal changes everything for this game. One goal in it, it's either going to maybe lead us to overtime. Maybe if Delbarton gets it, there could be the nail in the coffin. But, I mean, what an eventful game.
Yeah, Ben, I think Romweather was just a little bit excited, a little bit antsy.
Just
Obviously,
like us.
Yeah, we are too, but tiny mistake there. But the Green Wave defense, the Green Wave are man up, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, it's been the little things all day.
For both teams.
Right. Yeah, so, and a lot of goal scorers here. You got Petticon. For the Green Wave, it's been Petticon, Ron Weber, Schobel, Johnson. Hauser has 2. Fodor has 3. And Folk has 2. And then for the Friars, it's been Charlie Cachabato. It's been Gary Merrill, Danny Rooney, Sean Renine has 2. And then having 4 goals is Jake Johnston, and Dylan Harrigan has 1. So a lot of guys getting to say they scored tonight at dinner. And 1:17 to go on the man advantage for the Green Wave, and 1:26 to go for regulation time. Johnston has it. He'll pass behind the net. Merrill passes it to Johnston. Johnston running towards the net, now backs off a little bit. Merrill at the top.
And Merrill, I think, wants to take this shot. Green Wave defense, really great job.
Now it's Rooney. Rooney guarded here by Rand. Johnston guarded. And now it's back to Rooney.
And great checks there by Rand.
33 seconds to go. Clock's ticking just like that. Pass, shot! This is going to be interesting.
Oh.
They're going to give it to St. Anthony's.
I do not like
Johnston
that call, Ben.
and Shimko both diving for that. 24 seconds to go on the dot. 1 goal is separating these two sides. Johnston has it. Guarded by Trafford. Johnston has 4 goals today. Will he score 5th? He passes it over to Merrill. Merrill going in front of the net. We're going to have a whistle. It is...
Timeout, Friars.
I don't know if that was the right decision. Merrill was going right in front of the net. 7 seconds to go. I mean, that might have been the opportunity.
But I think they're going to draw up a play, see what happens.
Oh, my goodness. If you're the Friars, what are you doing?
You know, Ben, I think, like we just saw there, Merrill made the play there. They got to give the ball to their best player, give him a chance. Give that, obviously, best player, best chance to win the game, Ben. Yeah,
and if you want to recap after this game, just wait maybe 30 seconds after 30 seconds for a short break. Oh, they just brought the clock back up to 9 seconds, and we'll have post-game going over everything that happened in today's game between these 2 top 15 ranked national teams.
Yeah, Ben, and I think what the Friars coach idea was that he was going to call a timeout right when the man up ended, so that he can have his 6 guys on the field for this last possession.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, so the penalty is expired, by the way. 1 goal separating the 2 sides. 9 seconds to go. Think Johnson's starting with it. No. It'll be Rooney. Clock's running. Rooney has it. And you got to get a shot off here. 3 seconds. Johnson running that goal! With 1 second to go, Johnson ties it at 11.
What a shot, Ben. What a shot. Little miscommunication by the Green Wave there. Great shot. And Ben, I'm not going to jinx it, but it does look like we will be seeing overtime today.
Yeah, Jake Johnson, 5th goal today. Oh, my goodness. .2 to go. Unless it's a clear face-off and then a quick shot, which is not what we're gonna have. 11-11 going into overtime. We'll take a quick break. So I know this is a very interesting overtime. Some people like it, some people don't. The next goal wins. It's a 4-minute overtime, and this is really where the faceoff comes in huge.
Yes,
so
Ben.
Whoever scores next is going to win this game.
Ben, it's a do-or-die situation. It is really, it's exciting though, Ben, because once you get that first goal, jubilation is the feeling.
We're back. Trzynski falls. Who's going to get it? Johnson. It's going to be a penalty.
It is called a tripping.
Johnson gets it. He rolls around. Passes it behind the net. Hauser sends it to Schobel.
But Ben, we have Dennis Brady back in the goal. And he has been great. Green Wave scored a lot of their goals on Dylan Rappaport, so.
I mean, he came in late in that 4th quarter.
Had some great saves.
Yep. Here's Fodor. He scored on him twice today. Inside pass. Shot! Oh, saved. Schobel. And now the tide turns. The momentum shifts in St. Anthony's favor. The next goal will decide the winner of this top 15 matchup.
Like we said, Ben, Dennis Brady. Beautiful save.
Dangerous man has the ball. Johnston, he has 5 goals today.
Including the one that sent us to overtime. That was just beautiful.
Whistle, timeout, I think, for the Friars.
Timeout St. Anthony's.
I mean, I would want to take a timeout ourselves to take a deep breath, but this is just too entertaining. Connor, what are you looking for coming out of this timeout for the Friars?
Yeah, Ben, the Green Wave really need to get on the hands. They did a great job. Petticano especially did a great job at getting on the hands of the shooter and messing up their shots. And really, when they get that ball back, just finding a great dodge and finding a good opportunity, because Brady, you cannot take a half-hearted shot against him. He was being great in goal. Wait, are we not live?
We're live. We're only live on Huddle right now, right? All right.
I just get a text that we're not live.
Yeah, I know. All right, we're back here. 2:53 to go. 11-11.
And Ben, I have a knot in my stomach. What a game. This will be an exciting finish.
Yup. Here we go. It's Ruddy. Now behind the net is Rooney. Rooney speeding up, passes behind. Johnston.
He has been their man all day.
Shot off the mark. St. Anthony's ball. And every time a shot goes,
your heart sinks, Ben.
yeah, hold your breath.
But Green Wave really needs to get possession back there. Oh, ground ball! And it's recovered by the Green Wave.
Shimko has it.
Great defense, I believe, by Rand to get that ball out.
No, it's Derek Core.
Dara Core. The Terriers commit. Great move.
2:03 to go. Romweber. Fodor. Here's Schobel. Passes it over to Romweber. Hauser behind the net, back to Romweber. Now it's Hauser. The lone Green Wave behind the net sends it to Brandon Fodor. Schobel. Fodor has a hat trick today, loses it.
Gets it back, though.
Now going to his right, passes, jumping and catching the passes. Romweber, he falls, still gets the pass over to Schobel. 1:10 to go in overtime, in this first overtime frame. Fodor. Pass, that's a shot off the mark. Oh, and that was maybe an inch off the net.
Yeah, Ben, and that had some heat on it too, Ben.
Under a minute to go, 59 seconds. It is Delbarton ball. Hauser, you got to be safe here, Connor.
You do.
Testa going in front of the net. Now passes it. Here's Fodor. Romweber uses the pick from Fodor. Romweber going right, getting held. Now passes it. Fodor loses it. He's got to get that. He will. 25 seconds to go. Testa. Shot. Saved. Who's going to get the grounder? Hauser had it. Timeout, Green Wave. Well timed.
And that's
12 seconds to go.
2 shots by Testa that are just off the mark.
Whew.
Wow, this is going to be an exciting end to the overtime, number 1. And Ben, I'm asking you a question for the first time on this broadcast.
I love it.
Ben, how do you feel like the Green Wave can get the best shot possible?
Well, I think really what's going to happen is you got to clear a lane. You got to get the ball to your best shooter. Mainly Will Petticana or Gavin Romeweber are the guys I would go to. But at the same time, Testa, Fodor, they've been hot today. So maybe feed them the ball. You just got to get an open look in that danger zone or just right in front of the net. You got to have a clear passage, though. So try to set something up which gives you that.
And Ben, what reminded me of the St. Anthony's goal to tie this game up and send us to overtime reminded me exactly of Chase Hauser's first goal. That was a really tough angle. I think that Chase Hauser could be a sneaky shot here to get this goal to win this game.
That's a good point. And something I just remembered. It starts with the pass. You got to get somebody free here, and you got to make a clear pass. 12 seconds seems like more time than you've had with these timeouts earlier in the game, but now you got to be efficient. You got to take the right shot.
10 seconds feels like forever, and it also feels like no time, Ben, so we'll see how Delbarton use it.
Who'll start with it? I think Hauser will. Whistle blows, clock's running. Schobel. Shovel pass. Hauser, 7 seconds. They got to get a shot off here. Romweber, 4 seconds. Hauser now, cutting in front of the net. Shot! Off the mark, just misses. I mean, he was sneaky, he just couldn't complete it. He just missed, and we're going to another overtime period.
And Ben, he's going to be a big bruise right there. Big hit by the defense to kind of disrupt the shot a tad bit. Just make him think about it a little bit more than he should have, but great first half of overtime.
Yeah, we'll step aside, and we'll be back with the second overtime period. Second overtime period, Connor.
Wow, Ben, this has been, I'm surprised I didn't have to pay the admission fee today. Wow, this has been one exciting game.
Yeah, our YouTube feed went down because the game's been going too long. Luckily, still up on Huddle. Trzynski's in there for the Green Wave, getting pushed,
And
but
he
he
still
still
got
recovers. Yeah, now has it, whistle, and it's going to be.
A Green Wave timeout, and that was a
Okay.
very smart timeout by Coach Kovacek.
Yeah, you got to dial things down. And my heart, I don't know about you, my heart is racing. I ran out of all my water.
Me too, Ben, me too. Wow, this has been a beautiful game of lacrosse by two great teams, number 11 team in the country and the number 2 team in the country. Number 11 had them on upset alert until the last second. Still overtime, still could do it. I'm excited to watch this, Ben.
Yup. Sorry, I was a little dazed there. Trying to recollect myself, Connor. Yeah, I'm very excited too, though. 11-11 is our score.
And Green Wave have possession. Another face-off win, Ben. They have at least won 75% of the face-offs and has really helped them keep possession of this game and come back. And they have a good chance of winning this game, Ben.
For sure. Just to remind you, folks, the next goal Whoever scores, their team wins. And number 2 versus number 11 has massive implications on the rankings.
Yes, it sure does, Ben.
It would be some upset if Delbarton were to pull this off. Shimko, far out of his net once again. We saw that earlier today.
And smart playing by the midfielder. I don't know, it was all the way back there, but making
Floater,
sure
nice spin move.
they don't take an offsides call. Great play by number 8, Johnson.
Schobel.
And Testa's back in. He took 2 great shots in the first overtime period.
Delbarton fans moving along to the right with the Delbarton team. Testa, pass over to Schobel. Schobel, spin. Ron Weber. Rolling to his left. Passing. Completing. Schobel, shot.
Goal!
The Green Wave win! The Green Wave win! The Green Wave win!
Alex Schobel! He scored the goal to take the lead in the third 3 minutes left, and he gets it done. I cannot believe it, Ben.
Oh my goodness, the number 2 seed falls to the number 11 seed. The Green Wave pull it off at home. 12-11. Connor, what a
The
comeback.
biggest upset I have seen in Delbarton in my 3 years as a student. Can you believe it?
I cannot believe it. Alex Schobel's second goal of the game.
And it was the greatest goal he could have scored. That was such a beautiful shot, low to high. The great goal play of Dennis Brady had no chance for that shot. I have nothing left to say.
Yeah, no, me neither. That was unbelievable. I mean, there are a lot more broadcasts up and coming, but this, I think, was the greatest I've ever called. It was a pleasure calling it with you, Connor.
Yes, sir. Ben, always a great pleasure, and especially with a great game like this, it's double the pleasure, double the great time.
Yeah, no, if you guys would be a little patient, you viewers, give us 30 seconds. We'll be back with the post-game report. We're back here for the post-game report. Connor, Delbarton once trailed with, I think, 5 minutes ago in the second quarter, 6-1. They come back with a dominant third quarter, complete the comeback in the fourth, and now they put an exclamation mark on it in overtime. The second frame of overtime, they win 12-3. What does that show you about this Delbarton team and their resilience?
Yeah, Ben, I mean, you look at the beginning of the game, it was always St. Anthony's dominating 6-1, 5-goal deficit at one point, and they controlled the whole entire first half, had the lead. Ben, Delbarton just kept chipping away. What does Coach Kovacek preach? Patience. They were patient, perfectly game planned, perfectly played by the players, and I can't believe it. Beautiful game by the Green Wave.
Yeah, for sure.
And Ben, what do you feel like this moment means to Green Wave going into rivalry week this weekend against Seton Hall Prep?
Oh, it means the world, Connor. I mean, probably their biggest game of the season, or maybe this one was, but getting a win over the number 2 team in the country, possibly taking that place now, means a ton to this team. Coming back from such a deficit and just getting the win over such a talented team at home drives this team. They're going to be playing on this field on Saturday. It's going to be a pleasure to call that one with you, Connor.
And Ben, one more interesting thing, Seton Hall Prep lost to St. Anthony's earlier in the season, so I'm excited to call that game. That was another great game, Seton Hall Prep, St. Anthony's. But Green Wave wins today.
Yeah, good note. Final score, Green Wave 12, the Friars 11. Delbarton, the 11 seed, pulls off the upset over the 2 seed for Connor Gorion, Ben DeVella, and for Jared Lilly. It's been a pleasure calling this game, and we'll see you next time.